Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Vikagiri Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashtotara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Guru Dev Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupar Ashtotara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shritara Shita Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shritara Shita Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shritara Shita Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shritara Sorry, let me just Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shutara Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Jai Nityalala Pravishta Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishvat Srila Bhakti Balavatirtha Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishvat Srila Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishvat Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupada Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja Ki Jai Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhattadas Raghunath Shar Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai Namachay Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandala Gora Mandala Braja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Sarva Abhishta Pradata Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda Ki Jai Shri Mona Devi Ganga Devi Ki Jai Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai Shri Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Purnamasi Yoga Maya Ki Jai Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Śrīla Mādhavendra Purī Ki Jai Tadiya Shubha Tirubhav Titi Ki Jai 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 Shri Sachinandan Go Jai Shri Ishwar Puripad Ki Jai and all of Ishwar Puripad's illustrious disciples. Well, of course, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai, and then what is it? Kashishwar is Kashishwar? Anyways, we'll find out soon. And Govinda Das, and all of Brahmanda Bharati, and yeah, Paramananda Puri, Jai, Ki Jai. Well, they are actually disciples. Anyways, Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Go. Brahmanda Bharati, Paramananda, they are disciples of Madhavendra Puri, right? Yes. And then, anyways, we're going to read soon. So, I'm not going to do a Mangala Charan today because I need to go on a parikrama. If you can see the clock right behind me, it's 4:50 a.m. and I need to be finished in about 10 minutes from now. I'm pre-recording this video just before we head out on our Navadip Dham parikrama. So today we're going to Mamgachi and Saranga Thakur's Shripat, I think, and then Jannagar, Jhanu Muni's ashram. It's our parikrama today. So, but yeah, we're all supposed to be heading out around 5 a.m. In my email, I just got this from the Harmonist.us. It's an article by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja, which I've never read before. But it was published, let's see. I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll read. I did pre-record a video for Harinam Chintamani yesterday, but I'm gonna come back late today, and so I thought, and also we should honor Śrīla Mādhavendra Purī, but so this is by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja. By the way, I'm going to publish this video in 2 hours and 10 minutes from now. So yeah, just letting you know when I'm recording it. Okay. So this is written by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja in the Harmonist magazine in 1936. So that means this was written originally in English by Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Śrīdhara Gosvāmī Mahārāja in 1936. Okay. Śrīla Mādhavendra Purī is the sprout of the great tree of devotional love represented in the world by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mādhavendra Purī comes from the line of Sri Madhva, the Acharya of the Dvaita, the dualistic philosophy, one of the 4 theistic Vaishnava schools of ancient India. As Brahma, the creator himself, is the pioneer of the faith, the school is also known as the Brahma Sampradaya. The description of the line of succession of the Acharyas from Brahma to Madhva varies. Some count it as Brahma, Sanak, Durvasa, Achyuta Priksha, Madhva, while a sober section hold the line to be Brahma, Narad, Vyas, Madhva. Although Sri Madhva took his aesthetic order formally from Achyuta Priksha, he was in severe opposition to the professed creed of his formal guru, both before and after accepting the aesthetic order. Besides, Madhva's propaganda before he met Sri Vyas was clearly limited to a destructive line of vanquishing Mayavad, and it is only after he came under the divine feet of Vyasadeva, the great world teacher of theism, that he took up the constructive side of regular preaching and made converts and commentaries as an authorized acharya. Achyuta Priksha, his former guru, then submitted to him and was converted fully to transcendental dualism from the Mayavad of Sankar. Therefore, the opinion that Sri Madhva, as an acharya preaching the positive principle of transcendental dualism, comes in the line of Sri Vyas, is considered more valid and is accepted by the wiser section. One second, okay. Shripad Mādhavendra Purī was an acharya of the Madhva school and is the connecting link between the Madhva and Gaudiya Sampradayas. This is accepted both by the Madhva Sampradaya as well as by the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Kavi Karnapur, Sri Baladev Vijayabhushan, and others have left authentic records to that effect. But some suspicion may arise in a modern empirical mind as to how Puri can possibly come from the Madhva Sampradaya, where the sannyasis go by the general title of Tirtha. Right? Like Lakshmipati Tirtha, Ananda Tirtha. In answer to that, a section in the Madhva community wants to say that though Tirtha, having its sacred association with Ananda Tirtha, Madhva himself, found special favor in the school and got prominence as a general title of the sannyasis of the community, Puri and other titles were not absent altogether. The Madhvas assert that Sri Madhva himself, as well as his successors, converted many sannyasis of the Shankar school and allowed them to retain their former titles to demonstrate their victories over Mayavad. And thus, Mādhavendra Purī must either be a disciple of such a convert or a direct convert. But as this section cannot show any authentic record sufficient to prove their statement, we do not find any reason to accept mere assertion. The Gaudiya Vaishnava section, however, holds that Śrīla Mādhavendra Purī, as a guru of the doctrine of transcendental love, must have accepted his diksha, his divine initiation, from the bona fide line of transcendental dualism of Madhvacharya, though he might have taken his sannyas from another community. This section attaches the real importance to diksha and points out the remarkable difference with which a Vaishnava acharya treats the formal taking of an ascetic order as opposed to diksha. This party draws our attention to Madhvacharya himself, who took his sannyas from Achyuta Preksha of the Mayavad school only to refute the professed faith of his very guru. The fact that the Vaishnava school does not attach much importance to this external formality of the ascetic order, but considers it merely an ostentatious advantage for propaganda work, is also maintained by Sri Ramanuja's example of going through the order himself, without the help of a guru of any sect whatsoever. On the other hand, the same Ramanujacharya was seen perseveringly trying for grace in the form of mantra diksha from a Vaishnava guru, times without number. Later on, Sri Chaitanya too, showing by his anxiety for sannyas, took it at once from Keshav Bharati of the Sankara school after giving him necessary instructions for the same. Sri Chaitanya has mentioned in modest sportive expression at times this Mayavad connection, which an adventurous and interested critic often misreads and very prudently gives his decree to count Sri Chaitanya as one in the Mayavad fold. So it is not definitely known whether Śrīla Mādhavendra Purī accepted the ascetic order from the Madhva Sampradaya, but it is sure that he was an acharya of that Sampradaya. It is also sure that he was not a mere convert from any other sect. This is so because his faith and love for Sri Krishna and his service was far too sublime and soaring to keep him even within the bounds of the Madhva school itself, what to speak of Mayavad theory, which propounds God, soul, and service all as illusion. In fact, Madhavendra Purī was not sadhan-siddha, that is, he did not have to realize his goal in this life, but he was nitya-siddha, eternally self-realized. Trouble, however, arises again as to the adjustment of several names in the pontifical, which means pompous, cocksure, self-important, arrogant, superior. Okay, so trouble arises again as to the adjustment of several names in the pompous. I'm not sure if those were the right synonyms. Anyways, the pontifical list from Madhva to Madhavendra Purī. Sorry, guys. Empirical study, ignorant of the real nature and object of spiritual lineage, find itself in a blind lane while meddling with matter beyond its scope, trying to break through the walls with animal wrath. Therefore, the correct reading of pontifical line depends on our sound knowledge of Sampradaya Rahasya, which is the esoteric techniques of spiritual society. When really blessed with such light alone, we can find that sometimes names of remarkable contemporaries are retained, and sometimes names that are not very prominent are omitted from the pontifical list. The greatness and importance of Sri Mādhavendra Purī, however, does not rely so much in his being a mere bona fide member of the Madhva community, as in his being the pioneer of the faith of transcendental love of Sri Krishna, which Sri Chaitanya Dev descended on earth to proclaim. The first effective start of Madhurya Ras Upasana, or consort service to the youthful Krishna, was really given by Sri Mādhavendra Purī. Although the services to Krishna as the gopis rendered them in Vrindavan were not unknown in the Madhva Mats, the object of their service was Bal Gopal, and thus their mood of service could naturally only be in Vatsalya Ras, or parental affection. The famous poems of Śrīla Mādhavendra Gosvāmī, beginning with Ai Dina Dayar Dranata and Kamprati Katai Tumese, I think there's a spelling mistake, I don't know, and Shamam Eva Param Rupam, not only indicate the highest achievement of the author, but prove that even men of high religious culture of the time were quite strangers to the sublime thought of deep consort love to ever-youthful Krishna, reality, the beautiful. Śrīla Śrīdhara Gosvāmī was even using that term, reality, the beautiful, in 1936. There's also a hint in his poem of the advent of a great apostle who would inaugurate extensive and organized propagation of this blossoming doctrine of sweet consort service to the youthful and beautiful Supreme Person, Sri Krishna. It is not difficult to see that this has happened with the appearance of the great Lord Chaitanya Dev and his overflowing distribution of the nectarian treasure of loving service to the Supreme Krishna. Shri Nityananda, Shri Advaita Acharya, Shri Ishwar Puri, Shri Rangapuri, Raghupati Upadhyay, and many other towering personalities of great religious and social importance of the time expressed their high reverence and spiritual indebtedness to this great saint and savior of mankind. Okay, so it is 5:02. I'm supposed to leave now, but I think I'm going to just read one more little thing. This is from Śrīla Bhakti Rakṣaka Gosvāmī Mahārāja's book, Sri Chaitanya and His Associates. I'll just read this beginning part. Okay, so Mahaprabhu's seniors, including his parents and gurus, are all his servants and eternal associates, and they take their birth prior to his appearance in order to serve him in their own way. Whenever Krishna descends to the earth, he first sends down his elders. These include his father, mother, guru, and all the other persons he considers to be the objects of his respect. He arranges that these persons should take birth before he does. Mādhavendra Purī, Ishwar Puri, Shachi, Jagannath Mishra, and Advaita Acharya are amongst those who appeared in this way. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila chapter 3. Later in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Adi Lila chapter 13, the same thing is described in the following way. Whenever the son of the king of Raj decides to appear on earth in order to fulfill a particular desire, then he first sends down his seniors. I will briefly name some of them, as it is not possible to mention everyone. And Sachi Devi, Jagannath Mishra, Madhav Puri, Keshav Bharati, Ishwar Puri, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Pandit, Acharya Ratna, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, and Haridas Thakur. Then the Madhva lineage has been explained in books like Gaur-Ganodesh Dipika of Kavi Karnapur, right? And Prameya Ratnavali by Baladev Vijayabhushan, and the writings of Gopala Guru Goswami. And also in Bhakti Ratnakar, right? Yes. So this is from Gaur-Ganodesh Dipika. I'm skipping this though. Thus, Mādhavendra Purī was a disciple of Lakshmipati Tirtha. Mādhavendra Puri's disciples included Ishwar Puri, Advaita Acharya, Paramananda Puri, a Brahmin from the Tirhut area, Brahmananda Puri, Sri Rangapuri, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, Raghupati Upadhyaya, and others. Nityananda Prabhu is said by some to be Mādhavendra Puri's disciple. Others say that Lakshmipati Tirtha was his guru, while in the Prem Vilas it is said that he was Ishwar Puri's disciple. That's interesting. I never heard that before. I remember reading in a commentary by Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada that he said Lakshmipati Tirtha. And I'll just finish this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, Madhavendra Puri was a well-known sannyasi of the Madhva Sampradaya. His grand disciple is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prior to Madhavendra Puri's appearance, there is no evidence of Prem Bhakti in the Madhva line. In his verse, Ai Dina Dayar Taranath, the seed of the religious doctrines of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can be found. To this, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada adds, Madhavendra Puri was the first shoot of the desire tree of divine love, which came out of the Madhva lineage. Prior to his appearance, there is no sign of the conjugal mood of devotion in the Madhva line. And then it goes on to explain, he goes on to describe Madhavendra and Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu met Madhavendra Puri while wandering through the pilgrimage sites in Western India. As soon as they saw each other, they were overcome with the symptoms of ecstatic love. This is described in the 9th chapter of the Adi Kanda of Chaitanya Bhagavat, I guess. And I really want to continue reading, but I can't. And then it goes on to describe Giridhari Gopal. It's a very sweet pastime, extremely sweet pastime. One of my favorite chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then the story of Kir Chora Gopinath. And then the Sanodiya Brahman. Then Sri Madhavendra Puri and Sri Ishwar Puri. And then it ends. Let's just read this paragraph describing his separation. Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati writes, the feeling of separation from Krishna, or transcendental viparlamba, is the only practice by which the spirit soul can achieve perfection. Material feelings of separation give rise to a despondency which reveals attachment that one has for matter, whereas the despondency that results from the feelings of separation for Krishna is the best proof of one's desire to bring pleasure to Krishna's senses, to his senses. The desire to bring pleasure to Krishna's senses shown by Madhavendra Puri, the great soul who is the root of this movement, is the ideal example to follow for anyone who wishes to serve the Lord. It is especially worth remarking that Mahaprabhu and his closest followers later adopted this example and made it their standard. Wow, very nice. So Madhavendra Puri's disappearance day is the Shukla Dwadashi of the month of Falgun, which is today. All right. Oh, and let's read the verse that he was chanting over and over again. So he was a spiritual master. Madhavendra Puri was a spiritual master of the whole world, and he gave the gift of love of God. He left this world while repeating this verse from Padyavali. Ai dina dayardanata he mathuranata kadavalokyase hridayam tvad alokakataram taita brahmyati kim karomyaham. O Lord, whose heart softens at the condition of the unfortunate. O Lord of Mathura, when will I see you? My heart is filled with pain from not seeing you, my love, and I am confused. What can I do? It's from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 8, verses 26 to 32. When Mahaprabhu recited this verse, he became so intoxicated with love that Nityananda Prabhu had to hold him to calm him down. And then Śrīla Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada gave us purport, which we just read. All right, so that is our program for today. Jai Shri Madhavendra Puri Pad Ki Jai. Tatiya Shubha Tiruvav Titi Ki Jai. Jai. Haribol. 10 minutes late. Yeah. Haribol. Thank you so much for watching. See you all tomorrow. I already pre-recorded our video of Harinam Chintamani for tomorrow. So, all right.